Welcome to SvenOnTech video review. This video review is for the LapWorks Recliner, a device that simply holds your iPad into place without the need to hold the iPad. And we're going to go ahead and put an iPad on immediately to give you an idea of how that works. And there is the iPad on the recliner. As you can see, it will hold the iPad in both portrait and easily as well in landscape mode. You are able to adjust the recliner simply by turning it around and loosening the thumb screw. We'll go ahead and do so here. And as you can see, this device now easily slides up or down. And we'll go ahead and tighten that. Do that, and as you can see, when it's in the loose state, you're able to move it to your needs and your liking. This is at the top setting that we had, and we'll go ahead and leave it in that setting to give you an idea of how much more it reclines. So if you're looking from above, from a higher setting, bar stool or whatever it may be, it does a good job in that mode. And again, you can just do it again like that. It could also be in your lap when you're sitting in bed, giving you that angle for your iPad. And again, you can see here on this side from the inside view, it does go up and down the entire way of the rule. The only thing I'm not a big fan about of this recliner is its plasticky. There's a lot of plastic here. Getting this turn thumb wheel, it's a little difficult at times to kind of get into place. You can see it's kind of falling apart on me as I'm trying to retighten it. Doesn't really want to stay into one particular place easily. Once it's in there, it's kind of works out better. But the thing I've noticed the most about this is it seems a little cheap with the plastic and so forth, and the difficulty of moving it around. Now you can also see that there is a hole right here which allows you to remove the base and then put it in that spot. And what that does, once I get this thumb wheel back on and tightened, it allows you to recline even further. And I'm going to put it at its top height, and you'll be able to see now this puppy is down. And we'll put that on, and you'll be able to see it is pretty much at an angle, and I'm going to say that's probably a 15% angle, and it does give you a strong amount of leverage in placing your iPad in a position for reading. I mean, it was so down, the iPad sensors didn't even know the orientation had been changed. So that is essentially what the iPad, the recliner does, and I have noticed it works nicer in this setup. Again, we can put it in here, and you have it at the full stance. The LapWorks Recliner is a nice unit to have if you want a stable area to hold your iPad in. It really is solid. I can move, navigate freely around the iPad without ever really getting any kind of shake from the device itself. It works pretty stable. Again, you can open TV through the ABC, the Hulu Plus, or through Netflix, and simply start viewing a program without having to worry about holding the device. You can also go the next step further and attach a keyboard through the Bluetooth setup and then easily type as if you have a laptop setup. You can do your Word documents, surf the internet, whatever it may be. It does make for a very nice setup for the mobile office or for viewing movies or TV shows. Again, my only problem with this device is this cheapy kind of thumb wheel. It's difficult to maneuver and move. It is really plasticky, if that is a word, and I'll just kind of show you. The finish is a nice finish, though after some use I could see getting some scuffs and chips on the silver and it showing itself after some time. But again, the biggest problem of this is it's plastic, and for the asking price of I believe $50, it is you know, a little dramatic in my book for all that plastic, save the one metal screw on that thumb wheel. I don't know if I'd pay $50 for this. I would pay definitely $10, possibly $20, maybe $25, but I think that's the extreme that I would go to on this recliner. For anything over $25, I don't think this is of any real great value. Again, because of it being plastic and its size as well. It's a little bulky. If there was a way to take this back off and easily, and I'm sure you can, take this back off, but easily remove this, maybe not with a thummy, but if there's a way to, you know, maybe put it together like this, but you can't because there's not enough screw, and in some way make it more portable so you could somewhat tuck it away, maybe like that, in your bag or something. It would make it a little better, but unfortunately you can't. Again, it isn't the easiest thing to put back together and work with, but again, don't let me scare you off. It's not the hardest thing to do. The adjustments would be nicer if it would be tight enough to hold this in place, but you know, the ability to slide this easily if I wanted to make on the fly adjustments, you know, this isn't bad, but again, it's the thumb wheel, and after a few of these type of adjustments, it is going to loosen up, and then I fear, you know, one day you're going to have your iPad sitting on here, and then boom, it just slides down because the back wasn't tight anymore from excessive changes on here. In short, you know, the LapWorks Recliner is a nice addition to have for anybody who has an iPad, anybody who is looking to again do mobile office work, or maybe just viewing Netflix to doing something that, you know, requires long visual use of the iPad, or work with it and you don't want to hold it. Apple does have its little portfolio thing here that you put it in, and it turns into the back here by snugging this, and you can do this kind of setup, but the problem that I found with this, and I only did it once and luckily catch it, is it falls easily. You're not going to get that with the LapWorks Recliner. It will not fall that easily. It will do well for your situation. In short, if LapWorks could reduce the price down to about $20, I would say this is a valuable accessory to have for your iPad. But over $25, I honestly can't recommend this. I think there's other alternatives out there in that price range that would meet or exceed your requirements that LapWorks Recliner does. For $25 or less, I would highly recommend it. If you can find it on the street at that price, grab one. If not, keep looking. I'm Sven Rafferty for SvenOnTech. This is your video review. Please visit SvenOnTech for more news and views at SvenOnTech.com. Again, SvenOnTech.com for your news and views, and also video reviews. Thanks for joining SvenOnTech Video Review.